Shalom, shalom, Chavrim. I'm Steve Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live. And listen, this afternoon, we're sitting here looking at the news here. And in Hama, northern CS town, ranging their church bells this afternoon, rejoicing the progress of the Syrian army and keeping the specter of missiles and death away from them. I wanted you to be able to hear this and see this for yourself. That's the way Christians celebrate when President Bashar al-Assad sends the Syrian military in their region there to liberate them from the U.S.-backed Al-Qaeda, Turkish-backed terrorists that rain fire and hell and brimstone down on Christians. I think it's a glorious sound for these guys here, and God bless them that they're being liberated. I keep thinking, though, of the scripture of Isaiah 17, where it says the fortress of Ephraim will fall. Because why? Well, Israel has forgotten the God of her salvation, and that means not just the state of Israel, but it also represents the other 10 tribes that are scattered in around the world that are part of the United States and part of the European Union that are backing these wars and these jihadists that's overthrowing the Syrian nation. So I don't want to ever forget about that, because that's coming. And it's in the not so distant future when Damascus will be taken down and the Christians that live in this part of the world will be destroyed. And that's pretty much about what's going to happen in the United States as well in the near future too. I hate to say it, friends, but there's a day coming where we're really going to have to bind together and stand like never before. So just wanted to share that with you. Let's go into a couple of other things here going on. Kim Jong-un test firing some pretty heavy-duty weapons there. Trump not really saying a whole lot. He says he's a little disappointed, but he said we're trying to negotiate. He said, but I don't think Kim Jong-un wants to negotiate. Well, you know, I think the thing is Kim Jong-un doesn't want to be bullied around. Let's just face it. Yeah, the guy's got some nuclear weapons, but if we watch what our nation's doing, we've just become an imperialistic nation. And we just topple countries anywhere and everywhere. And of course, we pour the sanctions on anybody that doesn't agree with us. And that's not just happening to nations now. In fact, there was an article that came out. I wish I'd have put it up here. I forgot to put it up here. How Venezuela is in the condition it is thanks to the U.S. sanctions that have been on it for about the past decade. And we've been bringing this out, but I was surprised to see that finally some mainstream media finally picked up the case as well, showing that that's the reason why Venezuela is in the problems they're in, is because of the U.S. sanctions that has been crippling this nation for the last decade. Same thing going on with North Korea. Kim Jong-un has been trying to sell some of his coal. Now the U.S. captures the ship and then is escorting it to one of their own bases there because they're trying to go sell coal somewhere. I mean, isn't that just like the Antichrist system? You know, you can't buy or sell, saving you do what we say. Well, it's not just going to end there either. Iran also is getting it. Iran appears to be restarting oil shipments to Syria as Trump turns up the pressure. Yeah, because Iran's got sanctions on themselves as well. But it's coming back to haunt us here in the United States as well as individual citizens, because if we don't toe the mark, and if you don't realize that your freedom of speech is going by the wayside, you should listen to Adam Green here for just a moment here on No More News. I want to play a little segment of what he was saying here today. Listen in.
It's May 9th, 2019, and sadly we are seeing censorship at unprecedented levels yet again. I feel like I keep saying this every few weeks or so. The censorship keeps getting worse. The latest update, we have Mark Glenn, who is a researcher and activist. You see him here on Press TV, voice of Mark Glenn. He just had his website shut down, theuglytruth.wordpress.com. So they're not just censoring
websites are being totally shut down now.
They're not just trying to
not just social
laws,
media.
Overturning the First Amendment, banning anti-Semitism like the Israeli ambassador called for recently, but they're coming after our own websites. The censorship is past out of hand. Where is our line in the sand? How much or more are we going to put up with and let these bullies push us around? The uglytruth.wordpress.com is no longer available, so we can't even have our own websites now. Absolutely incredible. And we're seeing so much censorship. PayPal is banning people. Just imagine, we're at a day now where
you cannot buy or sell,
you can't even
saving you take the mark. I mean, that's what it really comes down to. Anyway, I just thought I'd update you on a few of these little things here that are going on. I hear the dog's kind of going nuts and the kids are too, so I'm going to have to cut this short. Anyway, blessings to you. Don't forget, we hope to see you this weekend in Ohio. PaulBegleyProphecy.com. You can go over there. You can order tickets if there's any available. I don't even know if there's any available now. I knew there wasn't a whole lot left when we first said it, but you can check it out for the May 11th conference there. My wife will be traveling with me as well. And I know sometimes you guys like to just talk to her, so I know she'll be at the conference, part of the conference there, I think more in the afternoon. So maybe if you get a chance, we might be able to speak with you guys there, or you end up being at the same hotel. And I don't know what hotel we're at either anyway, by the way, because I don't ever get those details. So blessings to you. Thank you. Thank you, moderators, for looking out for things there in the background. Really appreciate your help, sisters. You're just a wonderful blessing to us. And let's hope we can stay on the air as long as we possibly can, because at the rate they're going with this censorship, they want to shut us down. And they're using anti-Semitism as one of their main reasons for doing it. And they just make up anything for anti-Semitism. I don't know what we're going to do. Anyway, I guess eventually you just can't tell the truth anymore. That's the way it comes down to. But I won't lie. So what do we do? Anyway, I'm Steve Benoon with Israeli News Live. Erev Tov.